All coming from way up there.
Dave, what should I say?
Don't say nothing.
Okay.
It'll only spoil the moment. Do you hear that sound, Elon? That's the sound of pending civil unrest. You shut the fuck up with your boos. There's something better than you can do. Booing is not the best thing you can do.
Tweeting technically it was 90% cheers and 10% boos, except during quiet periods. But still, that's a lot of boos, which is a first for me in real life, frequent on Twitter. It's almost as if I've offended San Francisco's unhinged leftists, but nah.
I don't want to hurt you. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the richest man in the world. Cheers and booze, I see.
Going on, guys? The American Gentleman here, back with another story you won't believe. So apparently they thought it was a great idea. By they, I mean Dave Chappelle thought it was a great idea to put Elon Musk on stage in San Francisco. Okay, so what do we know about this? A lot of the people in San Francisco were either fired from Twitter or know somebody that's been fired from Twitter, and then the politics ain't none of them conservative. Hardly none of them. San Francisco is the most liberal place in the world. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised Dave Chappelle even had a crowd out there as liberal as that place is, but apparently he did. And he brought Elon Musk on stage, and it was an absolute disaster for Elon. Okay, so but I'd like to say, you know, whenever you're trying to get a crowd hyped up and you bring somebody out, probably the last thing you want to say is welcome the richest man in the world. You know, because that's already, these people aren't liking Elon to start with, and then you're going to rub it in their face that he has more money than all of them. And then they kind of make jokes about the people that are booing him, which he got a lot of boos. I'm not gonna lie, he got a lot of boos. If this happened in Texas, he would probably not get nowhere near the boos. But this was San Francisco, so he got himself booed. And anyways, they were saying that, oh, they can tell it's the people, you know, in the back with the bad cheap seats. Those are the people yelling. That was kind of a low blow. Dave Chappelle really tried to stick up for him. I think that Dave didn't think that whenever he came out that this type of reaction was going to happen. And then they started trying to do damage control, and even Dave's mind was kind of boggled. And Dave's really good at seeing situations through. I mean, he can look at a situation and pretty much tell you what's going to happen. But for some reason, he was kind of blindsided on this one. And they also said that maybe some of these people was ex-Twitter employees or family of Twitter employees, since they are from San Francisco. I mean, it makes sense to me. But it did not play out like they wanted it to. And I think it's very interesting that this is all the media wants to focus on, even though as of now there's been like 5 different Twitter files released with all sorts of crazy information about how they've been shadow banning people out of control, even while Jack Dorsey was claiming, no, we don't do that. He went in front of Congress and lied and said they're not doing this at all, and yet it still happened. And they've been silencing conservatives. The whole organization was leaning very, very far to the left. So I don't know what they're looking for. They just want to see Elon fall. They don't want the actual facts or the truth. And it's very interesting nowadays that everybody just wants to be entertained. Doesn't seem like anybody cares about the truth, except for a small handful of people, mostly conservatives. And conservatives, the majority of them are Christians. But anyways, I've taken too much of your time. Let's take a look at these clips. Well, I can't show you clips, but what I can show you is the dude from the quartering, Jeremy, breaking down the exact transcript of what has taken place. So let's take a look at that now. And I want you to keep in mind that this is all they're focused on. While all these Twitter files has gone, yeah, it's kind of, you know, highly entertaining in a very weird way, but there's some serious issues going on right now below the surface. And it's crazy that this is all these people can focus on. So without any further ado, here we go.
Tech billionaire Elon Musk was met with a mixture of boos and cheers from an audience at Dave Chappelle comedy show. The comedian brought the Tesla CEO on stage to a special Punchline Comedy Club event at the Chase Center in San Francisco. In the video shared on Twitter, the crowd can be heard jeering Musk, who recently purchased a social media platform, has attracted criticism due to concerns about mass layoffs and looser content moderation. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise for the richest man in the world. Chappelle tells the audience a number of audience members cheered, though there was a loud chorus of boos as well. You weren't expecting this, were you? Musk tells Chappelle following the boos. Chappelle responds, it sounds like some of those people you fired are in the audience. I mean, for the most part, Chappelle defended him the whole time, telling the crowd to shut up and stop booing and stuff like that. Later in the video, Chappelle says, all those people that are booing, I'm just pointing out the obvious, they have terrible seats in the stadium. I mean, way in the back. The owner of the video that was posted to Twitter appears to have had their account suspended or had it taken down, with a message reading, the tweet from the account no longer exists. Twitter, which laid off several communications staffers in its move to cut roughly half of its workforce, was not immediately available for comment. The Twitter user, James Yu, who said he was at the Chappelle show, tweeted a good 80% of the stadium boos. It wasn't. 18,000 people. Dave gave him so many chances to speak, but he just put his hands in his pocket. Well, I actually feel bad for him. I'm by no means an Elon fanboy, more of a centrist. I wanted to shake him and say, for the love of God, man, say something and pretend it's a tweet. Musk responded to the booing in a tweet on Monday, writing, quote, technically it was 90% cheers, 10% boos, except during the quiet periods, but still, that's a lot of boos, which for me is a first in real life, frequent on Twitter. It's almost as if I've offended San Francisco's unhinged leftists, but nah. Chappelle tried to salvage the encounter, according to a second video posted to Twitter, joking that the whole business model is F Earth, I'm leaving anyway. What kind of pee they got up there? That's what I'll be doing, Chappelle said in another video. After Chappelle jokes about adult clubs in space, the crowd seemed to be properly won over, and Musk started to speak again. Thanks for having me up on stage, Musk said awkwardly to more boos. The first comedy club on Mars, Chappelle said, as Musk stood awkwardly just saying, yeah. As the laughs for Chappelle jokes would get drowned out by boos anytime Musk tried to talk, the comedian said that people that would boo all they want because Musk had given him a jetpack last Christmas. Every single time Musk began to speak, the crowd started booing again, much to the frustration of Musk. Dave, what should I say? Musk said, clearly desperate and getting embarrassed at the roaring booing. Don't say nothing. It'll spoil the moment, Chappelle said. Do you hear that sound, Elon? That's a sound of pending civil unrest. I can't wait to see what store you decimate next, MFer. You shut the F up. The mood in the stadium definitely changed when Chappelle started to get hostile in defense of Musk. I wish everyone in this auditorium peace and joy of feeling free, Chappelle said, clearly exhausted that bringing Musk on stage had been such a failure, and your pursuit of happiness, amen. At that point, Chappelle clearly decided to throw in the towel, thanking the crowd and saying goodnight. But a third video shows Chris Rock joining the stage with a few other people. One of the men on stage asked Chappelle to shout the catchphrase from his 2000s sketch, I'm Rich B, into the mic. The man dutifully complies, then says, wait, while handing the microphone, clearly wanting him to say the same thing Musk does. In the most awkward tone you could imagine, the crowd again erupts into boos, only drowned out by someone in the stadium sound department honking a horn of some sort.
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching my video. What do you think? Is Elon out of his mind, completely out of control, destroying Twitter, taking it to the ground? Or is Elon, I was going to say, one of the funniest people of all time after this, but no, that's still not the case. He's still he's funny online, which some people's accused him of stealing different memes and stuff like that, you know, but I mean, social media is pretty much crowdsourcing. Everything's for everybody. But what do you think about the situation? Has Elon just lost it? Has he lost the respect of the people? Or is this an isolated incident in one area of the world or one area of America that hates Elon the most? Maybe that's why he went out there. Maybe he wanted to, maybe he knew that they were going to get attacked and he just wanted to show his face and troll them. I don't know. Let's see what happens. And until next time, if you don't remember anything that I've told you, remember this one damn thing. I keep telling it to you over and over. Maybe one day you'll remember it. Don't forget to be good on your way to becoming great. Remember that and you will go far. I promise you. All right. Love you guys. Have a great day.